The price of electric cars, guys, says it's come down significantly over the past year. We know that it's come down by an average of about 30%. 30%. But that sounds good. That might be about to go down even more, though. And there's one very compelling reason why. And it's backed by data. It's backed by facts. Here's what's going on, and here's why electric cars will probably be cheaper, even cheaper, within the next few months. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching The Electric Viking. It's great to see you. Now, charging an EV, for one, of course. One of the things I love about EVs, it's so cheap to charge them if you've got solar, guys. I've just had a new solar system installed. There's been a few issues with getting it going. That's because of my electricity company, who suck balls, by the way. But anyway, if you want to see the solar company that I've used, I'll put a link in the description to Resync Solar. So check them out. They will give you a discount on your solar system. Now, getting back to EVs, why they're about to get cheaper. Well, we have data, for starters, that battery prices have come down. Now, this is not just battery prices in China. Electric car battery prices, according to the United States government, they published this about a day ago. EV battery pack costs have come down by 90% in 2023 versus 2008. So within a 15-year period, EV battery pack costs have come down 90%. You know, you're thinking to yourself, well, amazing, 2023, that was last year. What about this year? Here's the thing. Prices have come down again. And I'm talking not just between 2008 and 2023, but even in the last month as well. Now, looking at this data, lithium carbonate prices. So the lithium that is used in electric car batteries, the price of that lithium has continued to fall. It hit a high of 600,000 RMB per ton. That was back in 2022. But now the price has dropped to below 95,000 RMB for the first time in many years. And that lithium price is affecting the price of batteries. Now, in China, people are saying that cell prices have come down by an additional 10%. And here you go, here's some data. The decline in battery material costs is mainly due to the continued decline, according to cnevpost.com, in cathode material prices, as well as falling prices for battery metals like cobalt, nickel, and copper. Copper prices in particular have fallen sharply. EV battery cells fell in price by about 2% in July versus June. However, this fall has been a bit more significant than that because the average price of square ternary cells, or basically the batteries that are used in most cars that are not lithium iron phosphate, those have come down to I don't know how this is even possible, guys. 6 cents per watt hour in July. 6 cents per watt hour. 6.7 cents, I should say, to be exact. That's a decline of 2.1% from June. However, lithium iron phosphate cells, they're even cheaper. In fact, they're significantly cheaper. They are 4 cents. So you can see lithium iron phosphate cells, battery cell prices are about 35% lower, 35 to 40% lower than ternary batteries. Big difference. You can see why Tesla uses them in their standard range vehicles, why many manufacturers now are using lithium iron phosphate batteries. And LFP batteries now, some experts are saying, you know what? They're better in almost every way. In July, prices fell for lithium iron phosphate cells by 2.6%. Now, for energy storage battery cells, the price fell even more. Lithium iron phosphate for energy storage is 3.8 cents per watt hour. 3.8 cents. Now, I don't know how this is possible. Maybe I'm reading this wrong, guys, but whatever the case may be, the price for battery storage, lithium iron phosphate battery storage, fell by 9.2% from June. I can't really understand why, because Tesla is signing these massive contracts. I mean, you know, Tesla just signed a contract for 15.5 gigawatt hours of battery energy storage, which is insane. I mean, that's about what Tesla did over the entirety of 2023. And they signed that in a single contract a few weeks ago. And so you would think that the demand for batteries would push the prices up, but if anything, it's doing the complete opposite. However, here's another factor that CNN Post points out, right? The average price of square lithium iron phosphate cells for energy storage, that fell by 9.2%. But the price of cathode materials, electrolyte and copper foil, it declined to varying degrees. However, the share of shipments of high capacity cells of 280 amp hours or and above, which have many cost advantages, continued to increase, meaning this has resulted in an average price of lithium iron phosphate battery cells falling by 9%. As far as we can tell, guys, based on all these metrics, the price of batteries will continue to go down. Record lows just, well, they seem to be so passé because they keep on, new records keep being broken. But if you combine this with the competition, if you combine this with the fact that the United States has blocked Chinese EVs, so the Chinese are saying, well, we're going to go for everywhere else. They're figuring out ways to get around the European blockade by, setting up factories and in Europe and in Turkey and Northern Africa. But, I mean, realistically, I should point out Italy as well, but realistically, the Chinese are saying, you know what, if you're not in those places, then we are going to smash your market. Chinese manufacturers, they plan on just smashing car markets like Australia, Thailand, places where there are no customs fees. So this will further bring down the price of electric cars. And let's be honest, car manufacturers, they all need to increase their sales. All of them making a loss, right? They're all making a loss. They need to increase their sales and they know it, right? They have to increase sales because they need to be making 500,000 vehicles per factory. Some experts in China are saying, you make 500,000 vehicles per factory, you can make a profit. You don't, you won't make a profit. So because they're not making that many in each factory, they're not profiting. So if they sell more, manufacture more vehicles, the cost to manufacture every unit or every vehicle goes down. They can get big supply contracts from CATL, BYD. They can get big battery supply contracts and they pay less. They pay something like what Tesla's paying for their batteries, which is lower than everyone else. How does Tesla pay the lowest price? Order the most, the biggest number. Guys, go on to all these Chinese supply sites. You can see this in evidence. It always says this: by 1, the price is $1 bazillion. By 10, the price is pretty good. By 100, the price is peanuts. It's cheap as chips. It's like, holy moly. What's it going to be if you buy 1,000? What about if you're Tesla and you buy 1,000,000? Yeah, you can see my point here. As more EVs are sold, the price becomes cheaper. And as battery pack prices come down, the price becomes cheaper. And as energy density in batteries goes up, that means each individual cell is now worth more than it used to be because it can supply more energy. Essentially, if an energy pack, let's say CATL's Shenzhen battery or their Chilean 2.0 battery, if the energy density has improved by 20% versus the previous version, you don't have to buy as many battery cells to get the same range out of your EV. Meaning, not only has the price of those cells gone down because that's the market, you don't need as many cells anyway. So your battery pack price could have gone down by 30 to 40% over the past 12 months. That's a huge difference. And that will help manufacturers to make EVs even cheaper over the next 12 months. The alternative is you get an EV with massive range. Now, guys, I just did a video on an EV that's going to be sold in 60 different countries worldwide. And it has 900 kilometers of range. You can buy them in China for $30,000. What are your thoughts? Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching.